Okay, this is Sunnyside gardening, or Sunnyside garden. I want to describe the fence I got going on here. T-post, 8 feet long, 2 strands of barbed wire. Have these for tightening it. Put this on the bottom because I originally had 3 strands on and the deer were walking right through it. So they're actually coming on this side. You can still see the hoof prints. They were walking through and they ate a bunch of stuff when they were in here. But replaced that bottom strand with that cattle fencing, which is only like 42 inches high. And you pretty much need that, because if you just have the strands, and if you got to deal with fawns, they'll pretty much walk right through it or walk under it. So you either have a lot of strands, or the better solution is just get this. And then one of the things you do when you get T-posts, usually they have clips like this here. So technically I can disassemble everything if I wanted to. So it's not like permanent. Because originally I was thinking about doing 1 post, but I was like, I'm not sure exactly where I want it, and maybe I want to change things around. Maybe I want to make it smaller, maybe more bigger. But I wanted something that was cheap, something I could take out or change. And this is the best way I found. Now this is only 6 feet tall, and technically deer can jump over it, but for the most part they don't even bother jumping over it. But I do have some 10 footers, 10 foot 2x6s that I cut down to basically 2x2s, and I'm going to paint. I painted them, and I'm basically going to tie them to the T-post, and then instead of barbed wire, I'm just going to put like that electric tape fencing, like 1-inch tape fencing, and that should pretty much get my height on the physical barrier side. And then I got this from Premier Fencing, which works pretty good. And this is basically I think it's called the field woven. Basically you got strands that are really close together at the bottom, keeping rabbits out, and the netting gets bigger at the top. I forget, is it 48 inches? I think it's 48 inches high. The only downside of them is you have to have a really good electric charger if you're going to do more than 2 rolls, and I think that roll is 50 feet. So, and this is the solar charger that powers it, and the deer pretty much stay away from electric fencing. They kind of like know it somewhere or something. But I'm going to give you a brief overview of the fencing because it does need a little bit of explanation. And oh, here's the other thing. For the corners, I just basically cut an angle there, and then I cut an angle like that, and that basically keeps her pretty tight. Like I can put all my weight in it, she's not going nowhere. The only thing I should have done was on the bottom. Technically you should have another post that this post goes into, because I just used the ground, and obviously you can tell it's bent in. But if you have another post that goes into, it will make it even stronger. I was just in a rush and wanted to get it done. So yeah, that's pretty much my fencing to keep the deer out. And for the most part, it does keep them out because they're pretty hard around here. And that's it. Have a good one.